What's up? This is All from Phone, guys. Today I am going to try to test fit my phenolic gasket. Guys, my old engine had this phenolic, it's a tongue twister, phenolic gasket for a little bit. But what ended up happening, guys, this engine has a stud. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just point it out with the new engine. So on the intake side of the vehicle, this is a studded hole here. So there should be a stud here that comes out to like literally this long. It's like a huge stud. And then this one is studded as well. And then these three are just regular bolts. So I went and I bought longer bolts for those holes. And I didn't have studs that were that long, so what I did is I backed out the stud just a little bit and then put the gasket on there, but that was a mistake. That was a mistake because it broke. This stud broke, and then I believe another bolt broke inside because of the stress of this stud breaking. So it was a bad idea. So what I did this time, guys, I got longer bolts for the stud, or for what is supposed to be the stud, and I'm going to test fit it today and see what's best. So pretty much, so you guys know, if you guys want to run this, these are the sizes. It's an M8, so it's a metric 8mm bolt, and it's a 1.25 thread, and then times the 90 is the length. So I got a 90 and a 100, I'm just pretty much just trying to see what is going to work best for this gasket. The way that I ran the gasket last time, I'm going to have a gasket in the front and a gasket on the back side of this. Supposedly you can run this gasket without having to run a double gasket, but I'm not sure I trust it, so I'm just going to go ahead and run it like this. So man, they gasket matched the hell out of that thing. That's pretty good. I mean, it could have gone a little more, but it's a big bore. Anyways, so let's try it. I'm gonna grab my intake manifold and give this a shot. All right, give me a second.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been
of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My words.
Alright guys, so that test fit went well. Had a couple issues at the beginning there. I had to kind of see when they put these engines together, guys, they paint them, and I don't know why, but these dudes didn't cover some of these holes, and paint got in them, so I had to pretty much follow the thread with, I grabbed like a stock bolt and I was just running the threads through just to pretty much follow the threads, and then I put them in there snug, didn't put them in there all the way tight, just so I can see what it looks like. But the motor looks cool like that on the stand with the intake manifold. But yeah guys, so it looks like it's going to be fine with these bolts. I'm going to take this off for now because not sure if I'm going to put this engine in with all that stuff on before I put all these other little gaskets that I have to put on it. So I'm going to take it back off and then go from there. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, before I take this off, I kind of wanted to talk about this. I've totally forgot about it. So it did test fit fine. If you can see, this is the gasket here. It sits in between the head and the intake manifold. So pretty much what this does, guys, is reduces intake temps. So the robber of horsepower is poor intake temps. By reducing the intake temps, the theory is you maintain more power all of the time. Now, this car has heat soak issues, just like any other car. Every car does heat soak, but I don't know if you guys ever noticed when it's a hot day outside and you know, turn the car off and then turn it back on, then run the car, it feels a little more sluggish because there's heat soaking. This technically, in theory, protects that. So I've tested this before, and then when I get this motor put back together, I'll do it again, where I'll run the car pretty hard. I'll take my hand and I'll stick it on here like this, and if it doesn't have that phenolic gasket, it is piping hot. If it does, you could touch it, literally grab it like this and not burn your hand. So the heat pretty much doesn't transfer from the engine to the intake manifold, and that is good stuff when you're talking about having consistent power. So this is why I do this. This is why I have the intake wrapped in gold. I don't know if you can see it in the mess that I have. Sorry about the mess, guys. This garage is filthy. But that is the premise of the phenolic gasket. What sucks about this phenolic gasket is that they do not provide the bolts. That's why I had to get the bolts myself. Size-wise, guys, you kind of have to scavenge, go to your local parts store. They have bolt sizes, or Lowe's. This bolt is probably the longest bolt. It is the one closest to the throttle body. That bad boy has to be pretty long because if you see, there's a long space that it has to travel just to get to the head. So I got the bolt. It is a 8mm 1.25 thread, and then 90 by 90. So that is a 90 mil bolt, or not inches, but 90 centimeters, I guess is what it is. But anyways, I'm not sure of the measurement, just 90. So yeah, so these bolts here are just a tad bit longer than the stock. You're gonna need a longer bolt for this because there's a thicker space between. And then these bolts, you see how they're push a little further in? They don't have to be as long, but still you're gonna need some space. So you'll have 3 bolts that are the same size and 2 bolts that are not the same size. I will take measurements of them, guys, in another video. Please remind me if I don't do it and you guys are interested in doing this, and I will post a video or maybe even a picture on YouTube about it. So I'm gonna take this off and then talk about some other stuff that's coming on the way and go from there. Alright guys, so it is off again. Guys, I'm super excited to have those bolts ready to go to run that phenolic gasket because I honestly really wanted to run it and I never had the opportunity to. This is the exhaust side, just in case you guys have never seen it. It's nice and shiny in there. But anyways, so I'm excited to run the phenolic gasket because I wasn't able to, well, I mean, I ran it for a little bit, but then it had issues with it, but I'm glad I got the bolt sizes that I needed. It looks like it runs in a good amount, so it's going to be able to catch that thread a good amount, so happy about that. Now, just want to give you guys an update on what's going on. I did have an intake manifold sent out to this guy called AMM, I believe it is, over in Arizona, because I liked his work. It's significantly less than Streetworks at the moment, but Streetworks is coming out with a new intake manifold that I just don't know if it's going to be ready by the time that I want to get this thing on the road. Does not mean that I'm not going to buy the Streetworks intake manifold. It just means I wanted something done quick, inexpensively. So that is going, it's called AMM Fab. Look him up on Instagram, check out his work. He's a beast. I just sent that out. He got it yesterday or 2 days before. But anyway, he's going to be doing my porting for my intake manifold, so I sent that out. Streetworks already has my throttle body that is getting ported. He should be sending that out soon. I have to speak with him and see what's going on with that. But I have everything, guys. Like literally everything to put this thing together. The transmission, Tom told me today that he is going to be putting it back together hopefully tonight. He got all my parts back from WPC, so super excited about that, man. That means hopefully by next week it should be get sent out, hopefully, if we don't run into any other snags. But yeah, guys, build's coming along. I just wanted to do this quick little video because I haven't posted anything, and I needed to do this anyways because I needed to figure out what I was going to do with the gasket. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm going to continue to post a link for PayPal if you guys want to support my channel. I'm starting a PayPal pool. It's like pretty much like a GoFundMe, but through PayPal. If you guys want to help me in my build, I would greatly appreciate it. And obviously the money is going towards the channel, so that just means more content for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Like I said before, guys, I am going to be continually building and posting videos, so there's going to be tons of more content to come, and I cannot wait to put this thing on the dyno to see what it makes. I'm going to put up a predictions thing later on once everything's nice and built and right before I go to the dyno and see what you guys think it's going to make. And yeah, there's some 2ZZ dynos out there, but not quite the same type of build that I'm doing, so we'll see. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell next to it so you guys can get notifications on when I make new videos. And I hope you guys enjoy my content, man. I really do. I enjoy it, so I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Alright, guys. Peace out.